What is something most people need to hear but no one has the guts to tell people? High school was a long time ago. We haven't aged well. In fact, we look like our parents. And I don't remember you. I am 23 and I already forgot most of the popol. Sorry, but I have to go. Or, sorry, I can't talk right now. I hate when I am out with my family and a customer from work spots me and wants to talk about work-related stuff. I'm slowly learning to say, sorry for keeping you. Turn it around on them and they'll have no idea what to do. Works every time. Sorry for keeping you invites. Oh no, you're not keeping me. Quote. So I generally stick with lovely, so good to see you. But I should get back to my family. See you at work. Quote. Some people aren't fit to be parents. Just started working at a daycare a couple weeks ago and yeah, it's really heartbreaking watching shitty parents ruin a good kid. What kinds of things have you seen? That company you work for doesn't give a crap about you. Update your resume. Pop that bad boy on Indeed and move on to better places. Who you are is not you who you are doomed to be. Sometimes it is you and not them. Stop looking at your phone while driving. Saying, that's just the way I am, is a pathetic way of avoiding growing out of poor behaviors and habits. Mold yourself. Stretch yourself. Make yourself better. Not everyone wants to be your friend. Nice does not mean loyalty. This goes double for coworkers. Best way I heard this was, you could be the juiciest peach ever created, but some people just don't like peaches. I have never heard this before, but that honestly is the best way to describe it. I take everything so personally, and it's been so bad I have had to leave positions out of perceived hatred by my coworkers. How do you disconnect and accept that some people dislike you and still see them all day every day? Being an asshole isn't quirky. Haha, I'm such a bitch lol. My stepsister has covered every vehicle she has ever owned in bitch bumper stickers. While they are accurate, she is too ignorant to understand that being a bitch is not an endearing quality. I can see your butt crack when you sit down or stand up. Obligatory link. Yep, I just looked at a bunch of dudes' butt cracks again. Thanks for that. Chew with your mouth closed. It's considered rude to say this to someone, but they really need to hear it. I'd want someone to tell me. Chew with your mouth closed. Rude, but necessary. Stop fishing for compliments, it's annoying. No, some people are socially anxious and can be extremely compliant. The saying no won't hurt someone's feelings most of the time. The guy at the sandwich shop I went to asked me if I would get an Uber from my account for his friend who looked like he was from the hills have eyes. I said no, and the fucker didn't put the peppers on my sandwich. I'll tell you as soon as you finish making my sandwich. I hate that most people seem to take no as an offense. At least, anytime I've just told someone no, they always look shocked like I just threw shit at them or something. Nobody cares that your socks don't match except during a marching band comp. If we're standing in line at the post office and you absolutely must listen to a video on your phone, please put on headphones. No one else wants to listen to your political talk show or Jim Rome's hot take on the Browns' offensive play calls. Seriously, how did anyone come to think it's okay to have your phone making noise in a public setting? I hear guys watching videos on the can at work. I had a guy playing some stupid coaching game in the doctor's office waiting room. WTF. There is a guy where I work who is socially inept and he will listen to videos full blast in the break room for his whole lunch break. Quite a few people do stuff like that. Part of the reason I don't stay in there that long. That and people who keep trying to have a full conversation with you when you're clearly uninterested and have earbuds in both ears. If you want to be good at something, you can't just like it. You have to want to put effort into it. If you aren't, don't waste your time. No, medical school is too hard. I'm just gonna start doing surgeries in my basement. I get to play with so many cool tools. This man is going places. Probably prison, but still places. Just because you had a bad upbringing doesn't excuse you being a dick to other people. Edit. I can't reply to everyone, but to those that are currently going through some shit, have had a bad past. You can get through it. I believe in you. Someone said it in another comment thread here. But it's not your fault. But it is your responsibility. Or even just because you had a bad day per week per month. Everyone deals with shit happening to them. So no one deserves to have to deal with a shitty attitude because you're having a tough time lately. I'll usually forgive this one conditionally. I'm sorry about earlier. I know it's no excuse. But I was in a shit mood because X and it wasn't fair for me to take it out on you. I'm sorry. Goes a long way in my book, and in the long run I'd respect them more for owning it. At the firehouse, dudes are absolutely brutally honest. Some of them have absolutely zero feelings of discomfort when confronting a dude that needs to change his shit up. From being a shitty firefighter to needing to close your mouth when you're chewing food. When it happens and I'm present to see it go down, it makes me want to melt into the chair or just get up and run out of the building. But it's usually so goddamn effective. Dudes straighten out the issue most of the time. People need to hear about their shittiness. In specifics, I'm glad there are guys out there that aren't afraid to do it. You really should not have kids. Related, I really don't think you should marry that person. One of my best friends is engaged to an idiot. The idea of her raising kids is terrifying. An extension of this, your kids are horrible. My sister-in-law has a 2.5-year-old that can't fucking express his need for food because she won't talk to him and just throws shit at him when he screams. She says he knows a handful of words, but I have not a single time heard him say even, "Mom." The last interaction I had with him was me taking a dog toy away from him. Hard plastic cheating type toy. Because he couldn't stop throwing it around the house. A child that age should at least say the words, yes, no, mom, dad, and please. Right? Fuck, I can't stand her. When you ask someone, why don't you talk more? They are probably thinking, why don't you talk less? Quote, I rather enjoy silence. Actually, by side this, I should silence you for these inane questions. Dash, remain silent. Edit, remain silent. Pissed I know who you are, hail side this. You have a massive and delicate ego. Coping mechanisms and unhealthy habits may have helped you deal with a shitty childhood. But you're not a child anymore. It's time to get help and work on yourself. Thank you. I'm doing that. Sober October. Your MLM is just a thinly disguised pyramid scheme, and it will never make you rich, and you're an idiot for falling for it. You are in no way a small business owner. Not for most people. But the people who need to hear it really need to hear it. I've even told this directly to my cousin and she just doubles down. She believes pseudoscience crap too. Ask her how much profit she's made, and when she expects to pay off her initial investment. If it's not a scam, she shouldn't be in the red, right? It's also something where she probably doesn't have an answer prepared or burned into her head by the head Ponzi. Great idea, thanks. I'll probably see her at Christmas. That they have disgusting breath. I've learned to really appreciate people who tell me this or something, like me having something stuck in my teeth. Assuming they don't make a scene of it, they are essentially saving me from further embarrassment. I had a project teammate in college suggest I choose some gum before an interview I had after our meeting. She was so worried she would offend me. But I was battling a sinus infection at the time and really appreciated the heads up that it was impacting my breath. I know I once saw a meme or something where the person said, "How do you tell someone they have smelly breath?" And the answer was challenge them to a mouthwash drinking contest.
Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox.